Yep, probably not going to eat these today. It is a rainy, nasty day. And I know why. It's her turn to drive. And whenever she drives, it always rains. So just,
every time.
So if it's raining in your state, blame Katie, because that's probably why. But anyways, today we got Georgia back there. She's sound asleep. Katie and myself, and we are going to go get some metal for the power wheels. So yeah, we're on the hunt. We're probably going to go Roll King again, and then probably Tractor Supply, because Roll King was cheaper, and just saving a couple dollars. Well, that's saving a couple dollars, but it's a crappy rainy day. But hey, at least it ain't gonna be too hot in the garage today when we work in there. Alright, so I have a pretty valid question. I guess it would be a good question. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed it or not. Okay, like not bagging on Chevys or anything, because I like every vehicle. You know, I'm a Dodge fan, but at the end of the day, if I drive a Ford, that's probably what I want to say is the best. It's just, that's just in your mindset.
Ford that you said that.
Because Ford, I think it was a Raptor. Anyways, me and Katie play a game called Padiddle. Like, if you never, like, I literally, the first time I ever heard of it, I was watching Black Dog, the movie, and the guy was like, Padiddle and stuff, and he's like, oh, well, you can't do it because it's daytime. Actually, I think the most times we get Padiddles is during the daytime, because a lot of people run park lights and stuff, you know. But anyways, Padiddle is a game that if a car has a headlight out, you hit the roof and you say Padiddle. And we do that. We do, beetle bug, you know, whatever, you know. Well, she punches like really hard when she sees a beetle bug. But it, oh, she does. She'll like take you out. You'll be driving and you'll like go in the other lane. I'm just kidding. But anyways, we play Padiddle, and like I don't know what it is, but you start like, you know, look, because we'll be like, aha, Padiddle, you know, red car, or you know, red Chevy or whatever. But literally 99.9% of the Padiddles that we get are Chevys. Like, no lie. Like, it's their park lights. I mean, there's one truck right here, like, his whole park light is actually just missing. It's not even there.
I don't even think it's missing. I think it's just, like, fell down, like, behind these bumpers.
Yeah, it's not there. So it's like open space. But anyways, like, we do Padiddle, and it's literally always Chevy's park lights. So does Chevy have, like, is there, like, a recall or a wiring malfunction? Or like just the bulbs always blow, always on Chevys or whatever, because I don't understand it, because I'll be like, aha, you know, white Chevy truck or something like that. It's always Chevys, like no lie. You'll see a Dodge. I think there's like a Dodge Journey around here, and you'll see, you know, you'll see a couple Fords and stuff, but literally 99.9% are Chevys, because she literally just got a Padiddle and it was a Chevy.
Well, the day we brought her home, there was a Durango we passed.
Yeah, yeah, but most of the time it's always Chevy. So I was like, wonder if that's like a wiring thing or something, you know. It's like, but I mean, it's different models. It goes from like the older all the way, you know, from like the rounded style to the cat eye style to, you know, like even the newer style. So I don't know if it's just a thing, but start noticing what vehicles around you have headlights out and stuff, and let me know in the comments and stuff, because I'm kind of like wondering. I don't think it's
around here and people don't change their bulbs.
I mean, that probably is, because I literally drove almost a year with like my signal light bulb light blown. Yeah,
that's horrible.
I changed it the other day though. As you see in front of us, if you can see in front of us, anytime the carnival literally comes to town, it rains that whole entire week. Tomorrow is the first day it's open, and I guarantee you it's going to rain this whole entire time. If not, it's just going to be real gloomy and probably chilly, because they're actually late, because they're usually here on Memorial Day weekend. Guess what? It rained here real bad, and it was cold here on Memorial Day weekend. But looks like they got the, well, it was the Ring of Fire back in the day, like the Ring of Green.
Daddy actually rode that with me.
They actually have pretty good little mount. It's like every year, it's like when we was kids and stuff, we came up here, like they had a lot of stuff, and it's like now it's like it just keeps like dwindling down.
This was your kid carnival. Not mine.
Yeah, true.
Mine was Dogwood and Labor Day Festival.
Yeah, okay. Well, this one right here is like 5 times bigger than the ones y'all had.
I don't know.
The parking lot is like a million times bigger.
The Labor Day Festival is bigger than the Dogwood Festival.
Oh, well, I don't know. I ain't never been there. She lived like down in the
Wyoming County.
Yeah, the county.
It's not the county.
Well, it's
Wyoming County.
Down in a hole.
It's not a hole. It's a valley.
It's a big valley, so it's down there. Like, we're up here, you're down there, you know. But anyways, here they had, you know, it was always a whole lot better stuff. And it's like nowadays, it's less stuff. It costs 10 times as much, which it doesn't make sense.
Look, I was looking at the prices, and it's at least $20 a day.
Yeah, $20 a day. I mean,
most days are $25.
And I don't get in those rides because they put them up overnight, and I just stayed into that. And I'm a big dude, and rides and big dudes, they don't go together, you know, because they like hop up in that seat right there. That's the first thing is like I'm trying to get my like fat self up in there. It looked like
I'm not hopping nowhere.
Like a daggone like oversized Oompa Loompa trying to get up in a chair. And then they're like, put that thing over your shoulders, and they're like, I'm putting it on my shoulders. They're like, all right, listen, we gotta go a little more. And I'm like, that's it, like it's fine. Like you're trying to push down.
Anyway.
You know, so it doesn't work. So I like riding, but rides they're not big guy friendly, unfortunately. But it is what it is. But yeah, it always rains when it comes around here.
I just want to go get Chinese food.
Yeah, they do.
And a funnel cake.
Like, see, I'm not trying to be like, yeah, I only go there to get like Chinese food because I'm already talking about like being a fat guy here, like an oversized Oompa Loompa.
I tell you, I just want to go get Chinese food.
I second that. God. Alright, so we are back at the house. Got some metal and stuff. I actually bought, it was like 3/4 by 36. I was going to get the 48 and stuff, but literally it was like if you got the extra foot, it was going to be like $7 more for 1 extra foot, but you could get 3 foot for like $10. So it didn't make sense. So they only had like 4, so I got 4 36-inch. That should be pretty good. And I also got a tire. I bought a tire. Now this is really not the tire I want to use, but it's going to kind of give me, we're going to try to do it in the ballpark of the size. That way everything's kind of built to this. I don't have a rim or anything, but I'm going to look online because they didn't have any tractor tires, V-treads. So I'm going to look online and see if I can actually find some. But this is actually the tire that we're probably going to be using. And there's some metal and stuff. But we're going to get these in the garage and everything and see how it all looks. Oh, by the way, guys, don't forget, we do have hats now on Ghost Workshop at ghostworkshop.com. Make sure you go by and pick one up and stuff. Katie's actually getting ready to take some pictures out the shop now, some new hats and everything. And also, she's going to be doing like little ghost onesies. You know what? The little ones got to have it. So, even George is going to be rocking a ghost onesie. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to go ahead and get the stuff, head out to the shop, and it's like the second time I opened it. To the shop, I had to go in and everything. To the shop, and I kind of want to put the wheel like in a certain spot and everything, and just see how it looks. Because hopefully these wheels not going to be too big, but I don't want it too small. But I mean, we could have like, man, I found some like really good tires I wanted, but they were so heavy, and we are going to be running an electric motor, and it's going to be one of these things where we'll load up on a truck and load up. So I don't want it to be 200 or 300 pounds. You know, but be honest, when we're done with everything, I am going to build a roll cage that goes down to a frame. So if it does turn over, it does have a roll cage. But on the very back of it, I'm going to have like a kill switch. So basically, you know, being a remote control, if it does try to take off something, it's not going to be too fast, but I can just smack the back of it and kills all power, just in case. That's the worst case scenario, but again, I do want to be, you know, prepared, and we are going to have like a roll cage that does go over her head and everything like that. Of course, she'll be strapped down, but it will have a roll cage. When I got this tire, they had a bigger tire, you know. And I was like, well, that's too big. I know it was. And it's like you don't comprehend like how big or how small Power Wheels is, because this is basically like the Dodge Ram Power Wheels. They're good size. Well, this one's kind of like a 1-tier. It's basically a pre-entry Power Wheels, you might as well say. I really didn't think this tower was that big. It might be a little too big. I don't know. Like, I'm debating, like, because this thing is going to be a monster.
Well, like, the tire's taller than the actual thing.
The tire is taller than the actual, like, thing. But look. So if you got the suspension back here, now, of course, you'll have the 4-link. The 4-link will actually probably be up here. So the rear end would be about right here. So that's pretty good, because we just want to do the shock mount. We'd have, the tires would probably stick out about like this. Because the rear end and front end, you know, actually, the axle we're going to be making ourselves. God. Well, it'd probably be like this, because it is bi-directional. I don't know. Like, I don't know if this is too big or not.
It's a little much.
But it's cool, though.
Oh, I never said it wasn't cool.
But I don't want it to be, like, all tire, you know?
What about, like, what's the next size down from that?
To be honest with these tires, I don't know, like, the tire size.
Or can you get stuff like that?
Yeah, but it's like, I have to actually see it, because with these tire sizes, it's not like a car tire.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, but it's like 18-19 by 7 by 8. I don't know, is that 19 inch? Is that a 19 inch? Yeah, so that's what they're going by. So it's a 19 inch tire. And it's got an 8-inch rim. And I'm guessing it says the 7, I don't know. So it's 19-inch rim or tire. So probably like a 15 would probably be like.
And not be too small,
decent.
you think?
I'm pretty sure my cousin's like Spark. Is it Spark?
Yeah.
Like probably has smaller tires.
That's what my sister's got too.
Yeah, so it's like George's ride's gonna have like bigger tires and like
Family's cars.
Yeah, or could you imagine rolling up? Like, so I don't know if we're going to use this or not. I'm still not at the stage of the axle yet, but we're getting ready to. Like I said, I've got the metal and everything. I'm not going to do it this evening, but this vlog could go into tomorrow too. I'll end up, I've got everything basically to weld the actual frame. And with this, I've got to clean up some stuff. I've got to take cross member, probably another cross member in the middle, because this has got to be really rigid, because the 4-link's actually going to that. We might put another one here, and I do know I've got to redo these because it's a little too tall. And when I did that, it was really hard. But again, if you've seen the last vlog, my notcher, like, it has to notch. If your pipe's not long enough, it won't notch it. So I'll have to like notch these off of a fresh pipe. So we'll have these there. We'll have one there. So it's going to be structurally good. I might actually move these in a little bit so they're kind of like that. Well, basically kind of like that. So I'll probably move it in a little bit of an angle, but I'll weld this up so it's good and flat. Then we can kind of do it at an angle and see what it looks like, and then we'll go from there. But it is getting there. I mean, we're doing good. Like, it was longest on that. And then for the 4-link and stuff, I've got to find some, basically, I guess it's kind of like a hem joint or something like that. I'm thinking, I have to look on lawnmower. I think lawnmowers actually have it going with their steering rod and stuff like that. If not, we might have to make some, but again, I still have to have the hem joint for the 4-link. But the steering, I'm probably going to have, you know, basically your arms here. But you'll have like kind of like an axle, then you'll have like your knuckle at the end of it. And then it'll have kind of like your front steering bar, and then the motor will probably mount somewhere. I don't know. Might actually kind of do it kind of like how the actual RCs are. You got your servo above here, but actually a pretty big servo. So I think that we just got to make sure our motor can actually turn these tires, and we actually have power to go. But I kind of like these tires because they are bigger, because again, this thing's not going to be a speed demon. I don't want it to be fast. I just want it to go. I want to basically almost like break itself before it would like bog down. But I don't want it to go like flying, because again, it's like she don't need to be flying right now. Like I said, we are going to do a roll cage too, so that'll be some more. But I want to go ahead and start measuring stuff and start cutting everything, and hopefully tomorrow, of course the video goes tomorrow, we'll start welding up some stuff and we'll be good to go. Hopefully we get a plan, because once we get all this done, that's when we start. I'll have to get the shocks and everything. I actually need to take these off, and that's when we start like doing some fun stuff and everything. But I gotta order shocks. I gotta order, bless you, I gotta find the U, like the hoop there for the shocks, and then I gotta find the like, I guess it's a hem joint. I have to look up the proper name for it. But I'll see you in the morning. All right, so it is currently the next day. Actually toward the evening, I had some stuff I had to do. But we are back out in the shop. So I'm gonna do some measuring and we're gonna do some cutting. I got my metal, yeah. And we'll do some measuring, cutting, and hopefully we can get some stuff tacked together today. That's kind of my plan, is to have the frame at least tacked together and see if everything is going to work okay. Fingers crossed it's going to work okay. All right, time to measure. Unfortunately, I won't get too good of camera view angles because Katie is not here. Her and Georgia is out. My shop foreman is gone. Georgia's with Katie, so I guess we get to do whatever we want. Yeah, and building her power wheels is the thing. Alright, so got that on. I just had to clean it up a little bit, files and stuff. That's perfect. So we got that. Now basically what I'll do is I'll measure how long it needs to be. I'll measure it just a little bit over. That way, like I did these, I'll measure from that, the longest tip of it to over here, so I know how far it's going to be. So let me measure it, and then I'll mark it. We'll cut it with the grinder, and then we'll put it on there, do the same, clean it up, and then we'll have this back bar. Because I wasn't going to put a bar there, but I figure I should, since this is going to be kind of welded there. So wherever this is, you'll kind of have a middle centerpiece going across. And like I said, I'm just doing this by how I think it should be. I'm pretty sure there's professionals out there, and there's professionals that never done this out there. It's going to tell me how the right way is doing it, but it's okay. Just do you. All right, got them in. Everything. Now we'll have to square them up, everything, and I'll measure how far back, because I like to have this probably about right here. Measure how far back. I'm pretty sure we've got everything braced up good enough for just the actual frame. There, 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 and there. I was going to put one like right here, but with the steering and stuff, I really wasn't sure. We can always go back and add one more. Well, it'll be a little hard. We'll have to like beat it into place. But all right, so our next thing is I'm going to have to make two of these. Well, one here, one over there. Smaller one, basically just smaller size of that. And usually I'll just take it and I'll well, actually for this, the easiest way is to be able to cut it in, stick the bar there, and just see where this comes in at, or we can just measure. But I want both of these are the same, and then we should basically be ready to do these. think we're going to do 3. I wish I had some more of these magnets. I should have got some while I was out today, because then I could have got it so we could have got the bars going across and kind of got a little bit better look at what we was doing. But so we're slowly getting their stuff together, slowly but surely. Just got to make another one of those. I actually might make 3. One there and one there. I don't know, 2 might be pretty good. We'll go ahead and basically make another one. Now, when centered and stuff, because it's not perfectly centered, this is, it's going to be leaning in at I want a little bit of a lean. So whenever we do center it, it's going to be leaning in at about a 15 degree is what I had it all set as. And then when I put that there, my magnets fell. But it's going to be leaning in at about a 15 degree, both sides will. So that'll be pretty good. So this is how my luck goes. There's the middle pipe there. I was like, I need to make another one. Well, this is what I have left over from the other pipe. So one pipe made that bar and that other bar. I was like, sweet, this has got to be perfect for it. Well, look at that. Look at that crap. So we're a little shy. So I guess this one to be used for the middle bars, I guess. Daggone. I've always tried to like use every piece I can. I even saved these pieces just in case. Alright, so we kind of have everything kind of placed. It's not perfect yet because I've got to weld some stuff up, because the way it's going now, it's literally, I put one piece in, 2 pieces fall out. But kind of got the gist of how it's going to look. Like I said, it's going to have a 15 degree. That one's kind of up more, so it needs to come over just a little bit. But I think it's going to look actually pretty cool, because you'll have this hanging down below, of course, and then you have your axle, and then your 4-link going to these bars here. It's going to be pretty sweet. All right, so we got everything done with basically subframe, and what I want to do is I kind of wanted to have this like done also. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the frame, not the actual like kind of drop down area. This will be later I'll weld up. I'm going to take the frame over there on my welding table and kind of clamp it off. I want to mark it so I know this pipe goes here, there, there, and then there. And what I'll do is I'll true everything up, make sure everything's, you know, basically in the right position, and you know, this side matches that side, you know, vice versa. And then we'll go ahead and weld everything together. Probably tack it. I probably ain't gonna weld it too good just in case, but we'll put a strong tack on it. And then I'll take these over, lay this down. I want to have these kind of at the side. Try to get the same angle and everything, and then I'll weld these and probably that to it, and those, and then basically that's when I stick it up here, get the angle, tack it down, because this will be already basically, you know, held together. Tack it, get the other angle, and of course have those going too. So everything is kind of held together. We don't have to have clamps or anything. And then once everything's good, I'll go back and re-weld everything real good, and then that's when we can kind of start planning where everything needs to go. Still haven't done any research on the shock loops or anything like that, but I have found a couple pairs of shocks and I think I might end up getting, but I'm going to have to measure and see how far the tires got to go up and everything, because basically it's not really going to have that much flex, even though it's going to be a 4-link, because the shocks are going to be so stiff. I'm going to hopefully be able to kind of turn them so they're a little bit softer. But it is going to be kind of like a go-kart shock type deal, so it's not going to really give that much. And they're usually for like 500-600 pounds. This is nowhere near that, and we're going to have 4 of them. But it'll give me kind of where I need to put the shock loop and stuff, where the axle kind of needs to sit up at, and then we'll go from there. But we got the frame done. That's one of the major steps. And then the rest is just basically kind of figuring out how we want to build the rear end, which I could build the rear end and everything, and without having like the shocks and stuff, because I just have to, I'll weld the shock mounts onto it later, but I just got to kind of figure out how I'm going to do it. And we also need like the motor and then of course the front, but we are going to build it into kind of like make the front rear end look kind of like a little full drive rear end, and then the front steering is going to kind of look realistic too, because I really want it to look as realistic as we can, but just a small one, so we just like shrink it. Alright, so got everything tacked up. It's not the prettiest, but you know what, the front's not tacked up yet because the way I had to lay it on my table, but it all fits. I mean, look, legit, look at that. Perfect. I mean, probably not perfect, but it's going to do what it is. But it's all together, it's held. I'll go back, clamp the welds, and make them stronger because I just kind of tacked them, and I'm not a welder. I wish I was, but I'm not. One day, maybe.
What?
Over there dancing.
No,
She's back. She's back. Okay. But anyways, that is going to conclude this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure you punch that subscribe button. This is Ghost, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully, weld up the rest of the stuff, and the frame will be done.